Well, we welcome you all. So we are delighted to have you here for the School Leadership Development Program. This program is hosted by Varthana, a non-banking financing company dedicated to supporting schools in their journey towards growth and excellence. In addition to financial support, Varthana offers a range of educational services, and this webinar series is one such initiative. The SLDP is a 3-week program designed exclusively for school leaders, featuring one module each week. Each session runs for an hour every Saturday at 4 p.m. So to introduce myself, today's session will be facilitated by me, Preeti Ponnappa. I have been working with Varthana as a senior education specialist for the past 4 years. Those who attend all these sessions live for full hour will receive a certification of completion. So let's get started with the first module, building a vision-driven and goal-oriented school. So building a vision-driven and goal-oriented school. So here is the agenda of the today's session. So the agenda is introduction and session objectives, the power of vision-driven schools, why it is important, the kind of impact it has on the schools, and turning goal into action plans, because all goal has to be planned, action has to happen, and feedback and closing. So the next is on the introduction. The first aspect of the agenda is introduction. So when we say introduction, we are talking about the icebreaker activity. Here is a question for you. Imagine it's 2030 and your school is widely recognized for something exceptional. So complete this sentence. So in 2030, I want my school to be recognized for. We'll give you about 1 or 2 minutes of your time. Think. So imagine it's 2030 and your school is widely recognized for something exceptional. Complete this sentence. So what do you want school to be recognized for in 2030? Those who have come here, any doubt? So this is an icebreaker activity. So since you are all the school owners or principals of the school, so imagine it is 2030 and your school is widely recognized for something exceptional. So complete that sentence. In 2030, I want my school to be recognized. Unique. Thank you, Ajay sir. No one?
Excellence. Excellence.
Excellence. Okay. Thank you, Sharani ma'am. Gurukul. Okay, I can see. Hi, sir. Gurukul is recognized to empower the students with skills like literacy, numeracy, presentation, sports, and leadership. All the aspects. Nice, sir. And innovative education. Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for it, sir. Yes. So many of you have given their responses, those words that you picked. It might be unique, excellent, sports, all these aspects. So it's more than just a word. It's a heart of your vision, what you want for your school. So when your vision is clear, it becomes so much easier to set the right goals and bring your team along with you. So now let's look at how today's session will help you put that into action. Best curriculum. Thank you, kids. I think I'm can name ma'am Pali. Yes. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So let's dive in and explore it together. So here is an objectives of today's section. To understand how vision, mission, goals, and action plans align to drive school improvement. And the second point, to drive or refine a vision and convert it into SMART goals, which are achievable goals, and to explore the school leader's role in modeling and implementing the vision so that it matches or aligns with the vision. So these are the objectives of today's session. So let's now look at how this works in practice. Here is a case study. So how many of you remember this mobile? You can say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So others don't remember? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for it, sir. Yeah. So how many of you are still using it till today? No? Yes?
No.
No. Used it. Yeah. Yes. But no. Okay. Nokia 3310. So Farid sir mentioned the model name also. Yes. Why not we are using it? Why do you think we are not using that? Old model. Yes, it was an old model and we got updated to touchscreen, updated version, arrival of new technologies, the touchscreen, everything is available. Less features, yes, ma'am, Mushavani ma'am, yes, correct. So you're all right. So what happened to Nokia? So Nokia was once the undisputed, no relevance. Thank you, sir. So Nokia was once undisputed leader in mobile phones in the early 2000s. The early 2000s with a 40% market share. Their market share was 40%, but in just a few years, they lost that top spot and sold to Microsoft by 2013. Why? What went wrong? Let's break it down. So no clear vision translation. Nokia had a slogan, connecting people. Everyone remembers that. So, but not a shared or actionable vision was there. And leadership paralysis. When you say leadership paralysis, decisions were delayed or avoided. Leaders weren't bold when change was needed. The lot of innovation was going on. Touchscreens were coming to existence. iPhone was coming to existence, but they were not. They were paralyzed. They were stagnant. So cultural misalignment. When you say cultural misalignment, a fear-based culture within the company existed, prevented a honest conversation among the employees and teams, and then isolated operations. So teams didn't collaborate. Everyone was working in isolation as per their team, their own places they were working. They didn't concentrate about it. So all these mattered in the drop of the Nokia production. So now that we have seen what happened with Nokia, let's take a moment to reflect. What were the real consequences of not having a clear vision? What do you think? What was the consequence of not having a clear vision?
Leadership.
Leadership, yes. What went actually? What was the consequence if you do not have a clear vision? No direction to forward, the brand vanished. Okay. So what actually happened is that the when the consequence of what now of not having a clear vision is the confused priorities, because you do not have a clear direction. Priorities become unclear. Teams struggle to know what truly matters and what to focus on first. Then came the lack of unity. Unity breaks down. People work in different because there is no clear priority. No, there is no proper direction. So automatically unity breaks down. People work in different directions instead of toward a common goal or a vision. And due to lack of unity, demotivation, motivation drops. Without purpose, it's hard to stay inspired. It's like a football match. Yes, sir. And then poor decision making. Decision lacked clarity. So without a guiding direction, with what need to work on, what needs to go on. So choices become reactive and inconsistent. Later on, stagnation over time. So progress stalls over time. The organization becomes stuck, unable to grow or adapt because others would have come forward. So now imagine this happening in a school. When a school doesn't have a clear vision, the teaching staff and non-teaching staff are confused about their priorities. Then they get demotivated to work as they are not sure about their priority, which leads to poor decision making and automatically stagnation over time with not no future be focused. Hence, having a clear vision matters. And that brings us to our next focus, the power of vision driven school. So, when a school has a strong or shared vision, something powerful begins to happen. Let's explore how having the clarity can transform your school's culture, collaboration, and even student outcomes. So why it matters? When I say why it matters, so first thing is gives clear direction. As you all mentioned, direction or leadership. The leadership is the main head, but as sir mentioned also the direction. So gives clear direction to teachers, students, and staff. The next why it matters for a school is helps the school stay focused on what truly matters. They stay focused on what truly matters because they have a clear direction. Then builds unity and shared understanding. When you have a clear direction and a focus on what to work on, so there's a proper unity and then collaboratively they work together. Then finally, when you have all these three aspects, it guys change during tough time because you're all working for a same particular vision. So even during tough times like curriculum shift or tech adoption or student excellence, so you guide them. Then automatically, since everyone is working on towards the same vision, that stars are inspired to work on and there's a motivation to work. So builds a good school culture. When this is showcased in the school, automatically it attracts parents and there is community support also because you are showcasing in your school or the vision is highlighted. Now let us discuss the power of vision and mission. So, what is vision? When we say vision, who do we aspire to, or what do we aspire to become? Your school's dream for the future. You think what you want to become in 2000. As you mentioned earlier, even in the icebreaker, what you want to become in the future. So X, it might be excellence or unique, or on all the, as Mafarisa mentioned about the Gurukul's school mentioned about all the aspects like the sportsmanship, everything. So all these aspects. So that's the our dream for the future. What is the time span for it? So usually when major changes occur, the school's identity of purpose becomes changes significantly. It's usually 5 to 10 years, but usually when do they change? Major changes occur. Mainly it means the school identities or purpose changes significantly, or the originally vision has been fully fulfilled. One main original vision has been fully fulfilled. So next is the mission. So when I say mission, what areas must we focus on? So it defines the core purpose and daily work that supports your vision. So it defines your main purpose and for what your vision, what you're working for, that is your vision. So, and the time span for this is every 3 to 5 years based on new, it might, the changes can be adapted based on the new educational strategies or the school starts new programs or shift focus from more of a tech driven. So that's when the duration or the mission keep on changing. So the vision usually mainly on the aspiration and the mission is mainly concentrating on where for the focusing on the vision. So now let's discuss how to write a vision statement. So in our icebreaker activity, you chose a word or phrase that reflects how you want to be recognized in 2030. Think of that as a reflection of your personal or school vision. Now, using that inspiration or your existing vision statement, what you have right now, because you're already owning a school, so you might be having a vision statement. So, using your existing vision statement, let's walk through a few key steps to help you write a clear, compelling vision statement for your school or refine it. So, first step, imagine the ideal future. Think what should the school become in 5 to 10 years. You have already thought of it. You have an existing vision or you have thinking about it. So next is focus on impact. Think about students' long-term growth and values. The impact should be what is the impact? When you're writing a vision statement, the impact is on whom you have to think on. So it usually will be the students, mainly on the long-term growth and values. Next is keep it inspirational, inspiring and aspirational. When you say inspiring and aspirational, it is usually using positive and future focused language. It's never a immediate solution. It's something future focused and it should have a positive note. And the final step is to make it short and memorable. Make it short and memorable. Maybe one or two liners are ideal, because the more lengthier it is very difficult to recall them. So the shorter they will become, automatically even everyone is able to read along the vision and remember the vision statement. So these are the 4 steps of vision statement. Now let's move into an activity. Here is an activity to help you practice writing your vision statement. Take a moment to think about 5 to 10 years ahead. Using the prompts provided, you will go through 4 simple steps to shape a short and meaningful vision for your school. Or you can refine your vision statement also. So or you can work if the vision matches with all these aspects also. So if for each step, respond with a line or a few keywords. For not for all the steps, you need not write a sentence, but you can use the keywords. So grab a notepad and pen. It's time to reflect now. So the first step. So this is 5 to 10 years ahead. So first step, what is your dream for your future? So again, in 5 to 10 years, how should your school be different or better? You have mentioned unique, excellence, many other pointers too. Next, what impact do you want to create? What kind of students will you shape? What values will they carry? Different aspects. Is it the outcome or the values or the moral values, a good human being, whatever it might be. Keep it inspiring. Use positive, future focused words. Example, confident, leaders, independent, skill based, whatever it might, you can use that. And write your vision in 1 to 2 lines. Example, we have given here one of the 2 visions we have given: strong minds, good heart. It is a very short and compressed one. Or every child learns to think, solve, and do what's right. So it talks about the character too, the value based, and even the creativity and the problem solving skills also. So, so you can take the first 3 pointers, you can make it 3 pointers as a base, and finally write a vision statement. Or the 3 responses as your base. You can select a word. So use 3 response. So you can use a word and finally create a, thank you, Ajay sir. You can write a sentence or a phrase. So considering the 3 pointers in creating your vision statement.
My school should be unique by addressing the students' strong and weak points and excel to their extraordinary levels by updating their skills time to time. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Consider all the factors. So now let's say thank you, Ajay sir, for sharing it. Others, if you have created it, if you're willing, you can share it in the in-chat messages so that everyone can look into it and even they get inspired to work on their vision statement too. Yes. So now let's understand the steps in writing the mission statement. Now we have talked about vision. Now it's time for the mission. So the mission statement, the how behind your vision. So when we say mission statement, the first thing that comes is define your purpose. When you say define your purpose, what does the school does? Why does the school exist? What do you offer? What do you give to the school? What is the intention of creating a school? Is it mainly for the students? How are we going to give it? Then include key activities, like mention how the school will achieve the vision. To achieve the excellence, you're talking uniqueness. From time to time, you did mention. So what are the, how we are going to do it? Is it through the teaching methods or through trackers or values or programs or workshops? Then identify who you serve. So mainly be clear about your students, community, or stakeholders. Whom you want to serve? Is it the students or the community or the stakeholders? And finally, keep it clear and action oriented. So make it always simple. Use always a simple language showing what the school does every day. So always keep it clear and action oriented, which is more of achievable also. So here are the few steps. Now let's move on to writing your mission statement. You have written your vision statement. Now let us write a mission statement. So the first thing is that using the vision statement you created earlier, as you created a vision statement. So if you have kept it for a reference, keep it. So keep what you have kept it. Now think about your school's current efforts, what you're doing, and everyday practices. Reflect on the prompts provided to help you write a mission that guides your school daily actions and decisions. So here are the pointers. So what is your purpose? So why does your school exist? What do you believe in? The prompting question. So what do you do to achieve that? So mention teaching methods, programs, or values your school follows. And who do you serve? Describe your students and their unique needs. For writing your mission statement, so it should be one or two lines. Example, we teach children using hands-on learning that combines academic with value-based education. So when I'm vision with the vision statement, we have created an example on the mission statement. Here, what is your purpose? Mainly to combine academic with value-based education. Well, that is my purpose. What do you do to achieve that? What do we do? You use a hands-on learning experience for the students. So the hands-on activity becomes your what I do for it, meaning the teaching methods. Who do you serve? It is mainly the children because we teach children. So who do you serve? It's the children. So considering these pointers, so factors, and so create a mission statement. Sure, sir.
I'm transparent. I want to share that I shared my mission to the chat GPT, and thereupon I generated my mission statement. Our mission is to recognize and support each student's individual strengths and areas for growth. Provide personalized learning paths that foster academic, emotional, and creative excellence.
Okay.
Continuously update teaching methods and student skills to align with evolving global demands. Create a safe, inclusive, and engaging environment where students, teachers, and parents collaborate to unlock each child's full potential. Encourage a culture of lifelong learning, resilience, and responsible citizenship. That's it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir. That's a detailed of your vision statement.
To provide a joyful, playful, and inclusive learning environment that supports the holistic development of all the children.
Oh, nice, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So it was more precise, yes. So anyone else? Yeah. So as Ajay sir and Palika ma'am mentioned that, yes, Malika ma'am's was one-liner statement and Ajay sir was in
It's
details.
Anandi Narayanan, ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am?
It's Anandi Narayanan.
Anandi Narayan. Sorry, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Because it names this show something else.
It's
Thank you.
kept as Kitsi Pallikarnai. Yeah.
Okay. That is the location name. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Anandi, ma'am. Will that be okay? Yeah. Okay. Um, so one-liner sentence and mission statement. And Ajay sir gave for the vision, he pulled out the data on each aspect. So it gave the detail as to what they have to work on, who do they serve, and what is the purpose of it. So Ajay sir can work on the mission on a more of a single liner or a two-liner that will be able to help and easy to convey also. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Yes. Now,
Thank you.
thank you. So now, so far we have explored the importance of having a clear vision and mission. Since you have no doubt, I'll go ahead. So since you have clarity, we now came to know why they matter, what happens when there is no clear mission, and how to write meaningful statements for your school. But a strong and vision and mission alone aren't enough. To bring them to life, we need clear goals. And more importantly, we need to turn those goals into action. So the next topic is on turning goals into action. So the goals, what results do we want in these areas? So when you say goals, what results do we want in these areas? So set measurable to targets to achieve your mission. So always set measurable targets to achieve your mission, because something should be achievable. Which is unachievable, it's difficult to reach our vision. Then the time span is manually to term wise, that is midterm wise. Next is action plan. What specific steps will we take to achieve the goals? When we say achieve, you need to reach it. You need to plan it. So the steps taken to achieve the goals, the steps taken to achieve the goals. And the time frame is usually weekly or monthly. So the goals actually sets mainly a result oriented, and the action plan is more of achievable plan. So always plan accordingly. So now let's now shift our focus to setting goals that move your school forward. So when I say goals, what are goals? So goals is nothing but a clear specific outcomes you want to achieve within a certain time. As we mentioned earlier, it within a certain time, a time bound. They translate your vision and mission into focused and measurable results. So how, through what we can try to identify or reach your goal. It is one of the tools that usually commonly used is SMART goals. When you say SMART goals, one is specifically, that is clearly define the goal, what you want to achieve, then measurable, how will you measure success, in what way you are going to measure the success of your goal, and achievable, is this possible given your resources and time? With the available resources that you have, is it possible to achieve and within the time frame? And relevant, does it align with your vision? So always remember, your goal should be aligned with your vision. And finally, time bound, set a clear deadline or timeline for achieving it. So do not forget, you have to set a clear deadline or timeline for achieving it. So here is an example. By March 2026, 80% of grade 3 students will score at least 70% in English reading comprehension assessments. So when we say here, the specific, is it specific? Yes, because it clearly defines who, that is grade 3 students, and what, that will score at least 70% in reading comprehension, and the subject being the English. On what subject? It is English. So it is specific. Is it measurable? Uses the mainly 80% of the students achieving the benchmark. They are not asking for 100%. It is mainly 80%. So up to 80%. So then achievable. So they are asking only, it is mainly mentioning 70%, at least 70%. So the performance levels, so this is realistic and targeted for a school to work towards it. And is it relevant? So yes, because it is because it's talking about English reading comprehension, so automatically it aligns with academic improvement and student learning. So it is relevant and time bound. Yeah, is it a time bound? Yes, there's a clear deadline. By when? By March 2026. So the example here in a one single statement states it's a SMART goal, like it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So now let us check for understanding through questions. So the first question is, which of the following is the best example of a SMART goal? Best example of a SMART goal. So we'll know if you have got to know it. So improve learning outcomes in English. B, ensure that students enjoy learning in class. C, increase class 4 reading levels by 15% by the end of the academic year. D, make students better at reading and writing over time. So, which is the answer? Yes, C.
D.
B.
D. D.
B,
D.
ma'am.
D for Delhi.
Overtime. Make students better at reading and writing over time. Okay. So SMART goal. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Okay. The right answer is C. Why? Because it is specific. It is for class 4 English and measurable. It is 15%. Is it achievable? Yes, it will, because 50% is not to the max. Thank you, Srinivas sir. And is it relevant? Yes, it is relevant because it is mainly for the reading levels and time bound by March 2026. Yes, sir. Dilip sir, want to add something? Okay. Yes. So the right answer is C because it talks about all the aspects like specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. That is academic, end of academic year is nothing but March. It's 2026 or 2027 or 2025 also, whichever the end of the academic year. So the next question is, which of these goals is not time bound? So which of these goals is not time bound? Train all teachers in digital tools by October 2025. B, improve teacher performance through more training. C, conduct monthly English speaking activities for class 6. D, organize a community reading event every quarter. So, which is the right answer? Is it, remember, the question says which of these goals is not time bound? So, is it A, B, C, or D? Okay, Ajay sir, B, yes. Yes, Dilip sir. Unable to hear you. C, okay. Ajay sir, if you're trying to speak, your voice is not audible. B, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, most of you are right. It is B. Correct. Thank you, ma'am. So, thank you, participants. Yes, the B is the right answer. It doesn't mention when or how often the improvement will be done. But in A, we can see by October 2025. In C, you can see that conduct monthly. So conduct monthly is a time bound. And D, every quarter is a time bound. So everything shouldn't be a year, but it can be monthly or quarterly, annually, anything that's a time bound. So B is the right answer. Thank you, participants, for participating. Good to see a lot of responses. Since now you have a clarity on SMART goals, let's try to work on it through an activity. So lots of activity, as I mentioned. Yes, here is an activity. Think of an area where you want to see quick improvement in student performance. Remember, see quick improvement in student performance. It could be on attendance or writing skills, homework completion, or class participation, any of the aspect or of your choice also. Write one short-term goal using the SMART method. So you have to write one short-term goal using a SMART method. I'll show you a template of it, how you can do it. Writing skills, class participation. We have given an example here. By March 2026, increase class 8 student math scores by 15% through weekly practice sessions. So what for, it's a short-term goal. You can plan for a week or a month, what you want to achieve. Okay, Srinivas sir and Usharani ma'am, can you rephrase the sentence? You talked about writing skills. Can you think about using all the aspects like time bound? You have mentioned specific and what you have to achieve, but when do you want to achieve? For which class and which subject? When others can try working on it. Considering, like you mentioned about writing skill or class participation or attendance, anything, consider how you're going to do it and by when, through what
Can
method.
I?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
We'll spend 20 minutes every day revising what students learn in class to improve their understanding and confidence in all subjects starting today for the next 30 days.
Starting today from the next 30 days. Okay, you have given the task from the beginning and the ending and on what they have to work on. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ajay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll go ahead. So now I think you'll be working on it. We'll be giving an assignment too, so that you can work on each thing and take your time and prepare it, or refine your vision statement if you have existing vision statement too. So now that we have set SMART goals, the next step is turning those goals into clear, structured action. So let's now look at how to build an action plan. So that supports your school's vision and helps achieve the goals you have just written. So you have already written. If you have it, refer it. And now we'll try work on the action plans. When you say action plans, break down the goal into key tasks. So identify what specific actions are needed to achieve the goal. Then assign who will do what, who is going to work on it, the responsibility. So clearly define roles and responsibility for each task so that they know what they have to work on. Then set timelines for each task, when they have to start and when they have to finish. So decide each task. Then plan resources and progress checks. So when you have everything in hand, so you always have to have a progress test. You have to monitor their progress or have they completed the task. For example, by July 15th, English teachers will conduct reading fluency tests for class 3 using printed worksheets with progress reviewed monthly by the coordinator. I think Ajay sir did mention about on a time-to-time basis starting from today and by 30th of this month, so or within 30 days. So here also when we say that break down the goal into key tasks, so here the goal is like the specific actions that you're working. So main, what are you working on? So your reading fluency becomes what it becomes your and the breakdown, what you have to working on, what your plan key task is, and that is for the class 3. Then assign who will work on it. It is mainly the English teachers and the coordinators. The English teachers will conduct reading fluency and the coordinators will review the progress and set timelines for each task. One is the finally on July 15th you are expecting, and on a monthly it will be reviewed. And plan resources and progress checks. One progress check is through the progress reviewed, and mainly progress check is through the printed worksheet. How you're checking the progress? It's through the printed worksheets. So this is how the statement works. The goals what you have, the action plan works on that. So here action plan. So you're turning a goal into actionable steps. So how you have to write it? These are the 4 steps. So here are the prompt question. First is action. What specific actions are needed to reach the goal? So what specific actions? Then responsible. Who will be in charge of each task? So who will be in charge? Now that's a who. Duration. When should each task start and finish? So the duration. Then finally, the requirements. How will you track progress and what resources are needed? So how you are going to track the progress and what resources are required. So here is a action plan. So can you write with the available vision, goal statement we have, what is the action? You can take one aspect of it and plan it early, how you're going to do it. You can write a small statement, a liner.
I will take second step.
Okay.
Let someone come first.
Okay, sir. Thank you. No? Okay, sir. I think the Ajay, sir, the floor is for yours.
Yeah, I assigned Mr. Somaya, teacher, responsible for bridging the learning gaps of the new admitted students in a period of 60 days.
Okay. Okay. Got it, sir. So the time duration, who is responsible and the what action needs to be taken, So everything is mentioned and the requirement, how to track it. So thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
yes, sir. So is anyone having a doubt? No doubt. Shall I go ahead? Yes. Okay. Assuming I'll go ahead. Yeah. So here is an
Because
example.
recently I implemented the same system, assigned, and we have taken out 1 hour time and assigned particular teacher and bridging the learning gaps and bringing to their standard levels, all that we did. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So since you had a vision, I mean, the action plan, the vision, everything. So was it easy to implement and get the result at the earliest, sir?
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening, and there is a improvement also because we started with, particularly in the primary level, we started with capital letters, small letters, writing also. So we are finding individual learning gaps, and we are patching it up. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. So the intention of having a proper action plan is required so that it goes and there is a progress also. Thank you, sir. Thanks for sharing your feedback.
Yeah,
So
welcome.
thank you. So here is now, since we have gone with the vision, mission, goals, and action plans, so all these are interconnected. So here is an example to have a clear understanding. Vision. So here is an example. Here's a vision statement to empower every child with skills, values, and curiosity to thrive. So this is a vision statement. And this is here when we talk about mission. So what to we're talking about skills, values, and curiosity. So what will be the mission statement? Inclusive education, value-based education, innovative education, tech-driven education that nurtures academic excellence and creativity and character. So all the aspects come into existence here in the mission statement. Then goals. I'm taking any two aspects over here. One is the academic excellence and other one is tech driven. So first, when I'm talking about academic excellence, it is improve reading skills in grades 1 to 3 by 20% this year. So by 20%. So goals is achievable and it's a time bound and relevant itself. And then next is introduce digital learning tools in all classrooms by December. So there's a time frame also. So then what after the goals is come the action plans. For these goals, how are you going to implement it? What are the steps that you are going to take? So assign reading periods for 3 times a week or train teachers and track reading data monthly to track the progress. For digital tech, so automatically conduct a digital training workshop, purchase smart boards if you do not have, and integrate digital training, teaching and learning in classrooms. So for the goals, you're planning your action, what needs to be done on that. So these vision to mission goals and action plans are interconnected. So how they work. So the action plans should be aligned with your vision too. Now, so we have now moved from vision to mission and setting smart goals and building action plans. But the real impact begins when we turn that vision into daily practice in your school. So here are 5 ways to bring your vision to life in your school. Like first one is align staff. Make sure everyone from teachers to support staff understand the vision and how their role contributes to it, because everyone should be a part of it. So example, they probably you can have a staff meeting by linking discussions or plans to the school's vision. Next, make it visible. Display your vision in classroom corridors, staff rooms, but more than that, talk about it often, because the more we converse, it stays in our mind. Usually it can be through assemblies or newsletters or class projects also. Next, the third one is set vision linked goals. When you say vision linked goals, ensure that both academic and operational goals are directly interconnected to the vision. Example, if your vision talks about confident communicators, then the goals should be on promoting reading, speaking, and presentation skills. The next is the celebrate examples. So celebrate examples is mainly to recognize students, teachers, or teams who demonstrate values and behaviors that align with the vision. Like vision, probably you can use a vision star of the month or spotlight classroom practice in staff meetings also. Then finally, the review regularly because it needs to be reviewed. Keep checking if your school activities are still aligned with the vision, because any diversion in the path automatically you cannot reach a vision. So, and anything which is not ever being able to achieve, so make adjustments when needed. Probably you can use through monthly reflections or reviews. You can have a feedback also. So these are the main pointers for turning vision into a daily practices. Maybe aligning stuff, make it visible, set vision linked goals, and celebrate examples, and finally review regularly. So when your vision becomes your of part of daily school life, it becomes the way your school works and grows together. So here is an activity for you. So take a moment and think about everything we discussed as of now, your school's vision, SMART goals, and action plan. So what is one practical step you can take this week to move your school closer to that vision? You have a vision in your hand, so you know it. So what one step you would take this week? So write it down. This week I will dash so that my school moves one step closer to our vision. One thing which you want to achieve within a week, which is aligned to your vision statement also. Yes. We spend 1 hour every day to fill the learning gaps of newly admitted students. Thank you, Ajay sir.
Bring all the kids to play every day.
Yes, ma'am. This week I'll bring all the kids to play so that my school moves one step closer to our vision, because it's more of a playhood and
Joyful.
joyful learning. Thank you, ma'am. Not further ado. Okay. So let's turn our vision into action starting today through an assignment. We'll be sharing you an assignment through WhatsApp group. Here is an assignment. So you can think and then write it down. First is your name of your school. So shaping the future of my school, whatever we have discussed over here, we'll be placing. We have the prompting guiding questions also, along with the mission statement, the purpose, the prompts are the guiding questions. The SMART goal, it's a small chart where you can work on your SMART goal statement. And finally, the action plan. There is a rubric over here, a template where you can tabular form where you can work on each aspect of the what you have planned for the goal. So you can work over here. So action step, person in charge, timeline, resources needed, how you will track it. This will be used for your daily reference. When you work on this, this can be referred for your future reference also. So since you have not the final summary of the session, so vision gives schools a clear direction and shared purpose. Using vision and mission as a foundation to set SMART goals to drive meaningful and measurable school improvement. Then creating action plans to implement goals in classroom. And sure, sir. And bringing the visions to life through activities and discussions. Mainly what we have worked on today, mainly with the notepad and a pen. Even in the next session, please be ready with a notepad and a pen. So working on one small action this week to start aligning with your vision, and an assignment which will help you for a future references also. So what's next? The coming week, we'll be having a topic on creating and managing a high-performing school team, which will be on 19th July, the next Saturday at 4 p.m. So the main agenda or the topic that we'll be talking about, the hire the right talent qualities to look for beyond degrees, build a culture of accountability and continuous improvement, implement simple performance monitoring tools, plan low-cost, high-impact teacher development strategies. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, or if you can reach out to us The contact number is 080-6845-5777 or email us to hello@varthana.com.